Hey man, how are you doing, bro? Sorry for the weird format, but I'm currently sitting on my couch because I had a fucking crazy ass long rock march. For me, it was long. It was like 24 kilometers, and it was hard. It was fucking hard. I just came back from it, and I just had to sit down for a little bit, and I thought I might as well make this video and let you know what I've been up to recently, and some changes in the lifestyle that I've had, and which might be interesting. For me, they were kind of a change of identity, more or less. So, recently I've started having a different opinion about video games in general. I've not been as, how would you say, as tough on them. I haven't been as harsh as I used to be on them because it's been 3 years since I last played video games, and time has passed, when you get to mature a little bit more and you get to think about things, you don't just end up feeling only hatred and anger for these things, because you realize that out of these things came a lot of growth. Although it was kind of difficult at first to acknowledge that, since, I had to make up an entirely different social life. I had to get I had to take care of my health. I had to get rid of other addictions and things that kind of more or less originated from video games themselves. But I did that, and I came to this conclusion that, bro, there are certain games and there's a certain way that I think you can play video games which actually could make you happy, which could actually make you feel all right, and make you feel a little bit better than you were if you hadn't played zero video games, right? I don't know, that's just me, right? At least for me, it feels like perhaps incorporating some time to play video games would be a nice thing, sometimes just take an hour or two and just play, just remember the nice times, and play games with no pressure anymore, not having to grind anything, not having to be all over the place, just simply playing, just enjoying yourself, enjoying the work, that goes into these games. And that's what I did. I I played video games 2 days ago. First time in 3 years. I met up with. I got in touch with one of my old friends that I used to play with 3 years ago. That I haven't spoken with since 3 years ago. So it's been ages. It's literally been years. So I got into back in touch with him, and we played for like 2 and a bit hours. On Sunday, after I got everything else done for the day. I made this thing. I made this promise, this kind of condition. I put down some conditions, right? So I don't just randomly play video games whenever I feel like it, and end up ruining myself again. So what I did is I thought about it at first. I thought about it a lot. I didn't just make this decision half-assed. No, I really put it through a lot of thought and consideration. And then I said, you know what? If I'm gonna play, then I'm only gonna play in the weekends, and it's gonna be maximum one. It's gonna be maximum 2 hours a day on Saturday and Sunday, right? That's all the playtime I get, right? Maximum 2 hours on Saturday or Sunday. After I get all the tasks which were most important to me done that day, right? So if I after I finish my schoolwork, after I worked out, after I don't know, did some housework, cleaned up and everything. Like all these things that, you just have to do because, they're important to you. And so I did those things. And then it was in the evening when I hopped on and I played. And man, I was excited at first. And, the first few times when I played, it was really exciting. I played Unt- Unturned, yeah. This blocky game that's like post apocalyptic sandbox or something. It's stupid, but I liked it. And I played War Thunder, which is like where I got my love for tanks, for the military, for aviation, for whatever is like military vehicles in general. That's where I got my love from. And I played a few matches, and at first it was really, really fun. But then, it just got boring really quick. It was not the same kind of enthusiasm that I used to have when I was younger. It was weird. It was really weird to feel it, but I realized, yeah, things change. Things really change, man. Life really changes. I got older. I'm an adult now. It's like things like I don't feel the same amount of fun for the same things, right? So there's other ways that I find satisfaction and growth and a feeling of progress. I might play sometimes, in the weekends when I have time and it's all good and everything. Yeah, for sure. Why not? Why not, man? It's not the end of the world. And for to me, it's something that genuinely made me happy. Like those 2 hours that I played on Sunday, they genuinely made me happy. I didn't feel fucked up afterwards. I didn't feel messed up. I just, I was like, you know what? It was a nice time. And if I can do that like maximum 2 times a week, at the end of the week after the hardest work has been done, you know what? I'll do it, man. I'll do it. Why not? And so things change, people change, and it's been hard for me to accept that, because I've been the one that's been single-handedly putting so much pressure against video games for these past three years, right? And yet here I am, and I'm like, oh wow. So apparently not. But I mean, we're all allowed to change our opinions. That's what I keep saying. I'm not forced to have the same opinion that I did 3 years ago. I'm not even allowed to have the same. I'm not forced to have the same opinion that I had 1 year ago, right? 6 months ago. I mean, if you have an open mind, which we all should, then we're allowed to change our opinions. We're allowed to see things in a different light and choose different things. We don't have to go with the same things that we kept repeating for so long. I mean, this is just a reminder for all of you because you might feel like stuck in the same identity that you had ages ago and you feel like, you want to grow, but you're like, shit, but like everybody knows me by this guy and this guy. Don't be scared. Don't be ashamed of just being more, I don't know, being more interesting, man. Just being more interesting, just doing things that genuinely make you happy, that genuinely make you all right, but not do them like extensively, all a lot, most of the time, a lot of time, up until they just end up being like another addiction that you can't get rid of. I've structured my video game time and everything in a way so that I don't get addicted, and in a way that it's like impossible to get addicted. So just do that with other things that you feel are beautiful and important to you. I mean, I have beautiful memories on it, and I've met great people. One of them, who I said, I got in touch like on Saturday, the day before Sunday, for the first time in 3 years. But a great person, man. Great people. You can find great people anywhere. Just don't be bound to the same identity that you had in the past. Be open and don't be afraid to change. That's all I had to say, man. Have a nice day. See ya, bro.